Hello again, this is the Avant-Garde Gamer. Sorry it's been so long. Life gets in the way sometimes. So, I'm back to bring you the parallel time uh, Major League Baseball Association. And so today we're going over the American League Central. I'm going to start out with the Houston Astros. At catcher, we have Yogi Berra and Milt May. At first base, Bob Watson and Cesar Cedeno. At second base, we have Gil McDougall and Mickey Kelleher. That should be. Roger Metzger from the Giants. I remember a story when I was in high school. He lost a couple of fingers in a chainsaw accident. Larry Milbourne is the other shortstop. Alvin Dark, former A's and I believe San Diego Padre manager later on after his career. And he's at third base. And the other third baseman is Johnny Gorel. In the outfield, we have Hank Bauer, Mike Easler, Greg Gross, Enos Slaughter, Wilbur Howard, and Woody Helt. And at designated hitter, we have Lee May and Cliff Johnson. On the pitching end of things, we have the rotation. J.R. Richard. He had a pretty good year in 1980 until he was felled by a heart attack in July, and so he didn't recover from that. Early win. Ken Forsch and Sal Magley. In the bullpen, we have Maury Martin, Tom Griffin, Dave Roberts, and John Buzzhart. Next, we have the Cincinnati Reds. At catcher, Johnny Bench. The other catcher, Ed Bailey. First base, Dan Dreesen and Pete Rose. At second base, Joe Morgan and Junior Kennedy. At shortstop, we have Darrell Chaney and Dave Concepcion. At third base, we have Ray Knight. And let's see. That's it. In the outfield, we have Gus Bell, father of Buddy Bell. George Foster, Jerry Lynch, Ken Griffey Sr., Cesar Geronimo, and off the bench we have Terry Crowley, Roger Freed, and Merv Rettenmund. Next we go to the pitching rotation. We have Harvey Haddix, Fred Norman, Jack Billingham, Brooks Robinson. In the bullpen, we have Alex Kellner, Will McEnany, Tom Acker, Pedro Bourbon, and Raleigh Eastwick. Next, we have the Cleveland Indians, not the Browns, when I was doing the lining up the divisions, that's what I call them. Sorry about that. So we have at catcher, Russ Nixon and Alan Ashby. First base, Mickey Vernon and Bobby Avila. Actually, he's at second base. Dwayne Kuiper's second. Billy Hunter's at short. At third, we have Buddy Bell and dependable Jack Brohammer, as my cousin used to say. We have in the outfield, Minnie Minoso, Rocky Colavito, George Hendrick, Rusty Torres, Oscar Gamble, John Lowenstein, and Charlie Spikes chips in a little bit. And at designated hitter, we have Rico Cardi and John Ellis. Moving on over to the starting rotation, we have Gaylord Perry, Kel McLeish, Gary Bell, and Milt Wilcox. In the pen, Jim Kern, Dick Tidrow, lefty Don Mossy, Herb Score, and Dick Brodowski. Next up, we have the Pittsburgh Pirates at catcher Ed Ott and Manny Sanguian. First base, Willie Stargell and Dick Stewart. Second base, Rennie Stennett and Bill Mazeroski. At short, we have Frank Taveras and Mario Mendoza. At third base, we have Art Howe. He was the manager of the A's in the Moneyball era. And Richie Hebner. In the outfield, legendary Roberto Clemente, Al Oliver, Dave Parker, Richie Zisk, Miguel Delaney, and utility man Ken Maka, who seems to be a favorite of is it Dave Garner in his videos lately. In the rotation, we have Bruce Keeson, Ron Klein, Jim Rooker, Jerry Rolls-Royce, and Juan Pizarro. In the pen, Kent Tekulve, Ken Brett, brother of George, Bob Porterfield, Ron Blackburn, and Doc Ellis, who reportedly pitched a no-hitter on LSD. And that'll wrap it up for the AL Central. Thanks for tuning in, and see you next time. Like and subscribe if it strikes your mood. Night.